open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, here's Mitchell. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready. Right at the 30. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Falcons at 8-2 on the year. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the just shy of the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ready. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And some room to work.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go now.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Mitchell will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now here's the option play going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
25 yards that time.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now back to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out in the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 2. Forced out to his left.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
On the ready.
Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts
from 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
It's caught. Mitchell.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Shot, 17.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners get a bit closer.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cordell Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3/4 of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Tackled by D'Angelo Malone.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Here we go, set. 10 cycles. Ready?
First and 10, it's Patterson. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go again with Patterson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Okay, ready? Ready?
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Desmond Ridder.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Give to Patterson running to the right. And able to get this to the 31.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will extend their lead even further. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
take a knee here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was true.